Welcome to a new show. I'm Jessica Alaniz. The Supreme Court began its new 9-month term this week. It's kind of like being pregnant. Lots of discomfort, endless waiting, and in the end, nothing cute pops out. Oral arguments began for a case that seeks to reverse Colorado's ban on conversion therapy for minors. Points made in one interview by Catholic clinical psychologist Julia Sadusky may surprise you.
And what I can tell you from the research is we do not have clear protocols that help people align with their sex. And we don't have clear protocols that have been effective in changing sexual orientation.
Yeah, because it doesn't work. Unless you're J.D. Vance. During a cabinet meeting, Secretary of Health Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It sounds like we're making this up, so here's a clip.
There's many other confirmation studies. There's 2 studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It's highly likely because they're given Tylenol.
Oh, so is it the circumcision or is it Tylenol? I want to see the data, and I want to see it with pants on. And just a reminder, back in 2010, a parasitic worm entered his brain and ate some of it. And again, not making it up. Roll it.
According to the New York Times, Kennedy testified in a 2012 deposition that he experienced memory loss at the time, saying, "I have cognitive problems," clearly. Kennedy said one of the doctors said it could have been caused by a worm that got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died.
So basically, a guy with literally some of his brain missing told us that foreskin makes you smart. If that were true, every guy in Europe would be a doctor, a lawyer, or a spelling bee champion. The Prime Minister of France has resigned after just 26 days in office. France is now searching for a new leader, preferably someone who's not afraid of a 2-month commitment. So a woman. The White House is considering refusing back pay to furloughed workers. But in 2019, Trump signed a law making those payments automatic. And now he doesn't want to do it? What is he, a liar? Oh, he is? Fair enough. Experts warn Trump's planned layoffs could be unlawful. When asked, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt didn't specify which federal agencies, but we're guessing the ones that begin with the word department. Hope that helps. According to global energy think tank Ember, renewable energy has officially overtaken coal as the world's biggest source of electricity for the first time. You can read all about it in Exxon's new magazine, Lies. Jane Goodall, the primatologist who spent her life studying chimpanzees, passed away last week at the age of 91. She leaves behind a legacy of compassion, scientific rigor, and at least one chimp who thinks she's still coming back. That's a sad one. I guess instead of flowers, they'll throw shit. After temporarily blocking the state's election files from being released to the Department of Justice, the home of South Carolina Judge Diane Goodstein suspiciously burned to the ground. The investigation has not identified any reason to believe the fire was intentionally set, though when it comes to understanding the lengths the Trump administration will go to when it feels wronged,
We do not have clear protocols.
and we desperately need those protocols for this next story. On Monday, the Supreme Court dismissed Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal of her 20-year sentence. With more, we go to our segment, I beg your pardon? The Supreme Court did not give a reason for rejecting Maxwell's appeal. However, some reports say Justice Sotomayor's reasoning was, girl, come on. While Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's was, it's Mrs. Jackson if you're nasty. And here's Brett Kavanaugh's take.
I liked beer, still like beer.
Oof, amen, brother. Maxwell's legal team says the fight isn't over and they will continue to pursue every legal avenue to get the conviction overturned. However, with the highest court in the land rejecting the case, there seems to be just one avenue left.
That means her only chance at getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're open to?
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. So, but I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ.
Wait, have I seen this before?
She just died? Wow. I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
Honestly, it feels comforting to return to the greatest hits of Trump's first term, like going to a Paul McCartney concert. Sure, you gotta deal with the new stuff that's ruining the vibe, but at least Hey Jude still hits. Of course, Trump's own alleged involvement in Maxwell and Epstein's child sex trafficking may be influencing his opinion on Maxwell's pardon. Back in August, when asked about pardoning Maxwell, Trump said, "I'm allowed to do it. I know I have the right to do it." So that's promising if you're a pedophile. But for the rest of us, it's concerning. But no reason from the Supreme Court to not hear Maxwell's case sends a strong message. And what is that message?
I don't know.
For a new show, I'm Jessica Alaniz. Like and subscribe. And now we leave you with today's mic drop moment.
Past months, U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly said he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize and he'd like to have it. He even said that it would be an insult to the United States if he doesn't get it. What does as the chairman of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, think of this?
In the long history of the Nobel Peace Prize, I think this committee have seen any type of campaign, media attention. We receive thousands and thousands of letters every year of people wanting to say what for them leads to peace. This committee sits in a room filled with the portraits of all laureates, and that room is filled with both courage and integrity. So we base only our decision on the work and the will of Alfred Nobel.
The Supreme Court began its new 9-month term this Sorry, I was thinking about it too much. Bada bing, my moon.